Taco Tuesday!
It's Taco
Woo!
Tuesday!
Happy Taco Tuesday! Okay, let's talk about the new photos that Toyota USA just released on their Instagram page today.
So I'll step aside.
All right, so as you can see, photo 1 here, we've got front suspension. We're seeing Fox Quick Switch 3 shocks.
And we can see that adjuster knob right here on the inside of the coilover, right?
Yeah, interesting placement for your ability to reach in there and twist that on the fly. You're probably going to have to turn the wheel completely outward to reach in there. And make sure you're wearing a smock if you're wheeling while you're doing it, because you're going to get a little muddy.
What else are we noticing that looks different from our third gen Tacoma Speed?
What I see immediately is that aluminum spindle. So we're seeing that more and more. Some of the Ford Rangers finally switched over to aluminum spindles. Now we've got Toyota getting rid of some of that weight that far outboard with an aluminum spindle. We see an upper control arm. Kind of hard to tell if that's still going to be like a stamped unit or.
It looks stamped. You can kind of see the edge of it kind of rolling over there.
Yeah, so probably still stamped. We see no evidence of a sway bar in the front in this photo, which is really interesting. Now that we're coil sprung front and rear, could this truck hypothetically have KDSS? Probably not on the Pro models that they're lifting, but other trim levels may, like a Limited or something, could have KDSS.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the KDSS system in there.
Or to creep in eventually. What else?
We're also confirming that we do have a rear disc brake setup, which we did not have on the third gens, and we saw that in some of the spy photos of previous videos that we did on the Tacoma. We're also seeing a bit of a wider, more kind of squared off wheel arch in the rear there. So could be potentially able to fit some bigger wheel and tire combos.
Yeah, looking at this, it's very similar to the new Tundra's kind of arch shape there. It's kind of hard to tell based on this picture, but I know some of the TRD Pro Tundra model has like the forged carbon kind of colored flares and stuff. It's really hard to tell from that picture, but it looks like it might kind of have that textured accent on it.
Yeah, potentially a little bit more of kind of a box flare vibe in terms of maybe covering more of a wider tire that we might see in the future. Still a pretty conservative tire size to me that looks like maybe like a 32, 275 or something like that.
Yeah, nothing crazy on that.
Possibly like a Wild Peak potentially,
look
depending on that tread pattern and cleating.
Or actually, that looks like a Wrangler tire.
Or Wrangler, so some kind of like all-terrain with mud terrain looks, kind of hybrid is what we're picking up on that.
We've got a TRD branded wheel, so got a new wheel in the mix.
Yeah, based on some of the initial comments on these photos when they were released, we can obviously see that Fox is involved in this, along with like BDS and Zone, who are kind of all in one kind of corporate, aligning ownership there. So no surprise that they were involved with the Fox fitment.
One thing that kind of I can't not notice is the steering rack boot is kind of wet on the bottom.
Yeah, we'd like to hope that that's just from a fresh power washing and not from some bad power or steering rack seals. New Toyotas don't leak, and that shouldn't change with the 4th gen. So we're gonna call that water, but next time it should be dried off.
Usually the CV boots.
Nobody needs that kind of speculation on a new vehicle. But you can see a little water drip here from the tie rod, so we're gonna call it water.
And you do see some rust already developing right here.
That could be Moab clay mud.
Oh yeah, true.
Let's hope.
Usually these jam nuts are going to be good for a while. The lower control arm cam bolts, I'm sure, still have rust promoting, kind of oxidation put on them before they go in there. Not anti-seize, because never realign your vehicle ever after it gets aligned to the factory.
Worth noting that they are always showing the rear end in some sort of dusty format, because they don't want to, reveal that there is no leaf spring back here yet.
Yeah.
They're still hiding that for the time being, but we are pretty confident that this is a coil sprung rear on the.
Yes, we saw a track bar. The cat's out of the bag. You
Yeah.
don't put track bars on leaf sprung rears.
Yeah.
Another thing, we hope that this is some private Toyota land, because they certainly are not treading lightly in this photo. We do not encourage kind of roasty burnouts.
I say something.
So Sam has something to say.
Quit teasing us.
Yeah.
This is the third week in a row.
Yes.
Give us a full side shot, a
Yes.
full front shot, a full rear shot.
Or
I want
we
to see
threaten
more.
we
That's all I
threaten to
have.
stitch these together and make this look like the Canyonero from The Simpsons. So, challenge accepted.
Well, there's already plenty of photos for ChatGPT to generate
Yes.
some
Yeah, right.
sort
Yeah.
of, image or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, and wonder what's going to happen with the sway bar up front, because, possibly, not seeing one in this photo, maybe it's not there for testing or something
Yeah.
like that, but can't really run a vehicle without a front sway bar and pass the moose test.
My guess is next week they'll probably release some interior photos. They don't want to already start the hating brigade maybe with the rear coil spring switchover.
Yes.
So they're going to hide that till the final reveal.
Maybe we'll see how close the bottom of the seat is to the floor.
Yeah.
I bet it's inches.
Well, I would hope that this is just, that's not the real ground clearance there, because that's atrocious.
Yeah, that does look like a lower control arm. Hopefully that's just like a shield there that they
Yeah.
put for kind of masking purposes. But yeah, this is the latest. We wanted to get, our thoughts on what we saw from these leaked, teased images, and hopefully they stop toying with all of our emotions and let us give you a full review on what we do and don't like. Until then, we will be ruthless.
So tell us what you think in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and follow, and stay tuned for more 2024 Tacoma updates in the coming weeks.
Don't forget to join the 4th Gen Tacoma group on Facebook for more daily updates. Link below.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.